The region bounded by y equals 144 over 36 plus x squared and y equals 1 is shown. Find the area of the shaded region. I wrote a note here about the integral when you have 1 over a squared plus x squared, which is what this looks like. Now it's 1 over in the formula. The 144 is a constant, so that won't change the fact that this integral, you get your answer right here. Okay, so it will be a inverse tangent function. All right, so let's take a look at this. We have this shaded region here. It appears that the 144 over 36 plus x squared is going to be our top function here, and y equals 1 is going to be our bottom function on this. And we need to know where they intersect. It looks like, based on this graph, that it's a little less than -9 and a little more than +9, but we need something a little more exact than that. So we do that by setting these two things equal to one another. 144 over 36 plus x squared equals 1. So set the two functions equal to one another. Let's multiply over the 36 plus x squared, and we get 144 is equal to 36 plus x squared. Okay, move the 36 over by subtraction, and that will give us, let's see, 108 equals x squared. And then if we take the square root of both sides, the square root of 108 will reduce into, let's see, that would be 6 square roots of 3. So remember plus or minus when you take the square root of both sides in an equation. So it'll be plus or minus 6 square roots of 3 will be our intersection points. So that's going to be our lower and our upper bound on our integral. Okay, and remember, you do top function minus bottom function. So top is this fraction, bottom is the 1. So our integral will be from -6 square roots of 3 to +6 square roots of 3. 144 over 36 plus x squared minus 1, minus the bottom function, dx. Okay, now that's when this formula comes in handy. So we have this formula here, and we need to figure out what our a is. So it says a squared. Well, 36 is 6 squared. Okay, so our a is equal to 6 in this case. The 144 is just going to stick around. It's constant. So when we write down the answer to this, let's move over here. We get 144 will stay out front. And then it'll be 1 over a. Well, we've already got a 144 on top. So we'll just put over a. Our a, we remember, is 6, because 6 squared is equal to 36. So over 6. And then tangent inverse, or inverse tangent, of x over 6. Okay, now that only takes care of this part of this integral. We still need to integrate the -1, which will give us -x. Okay, let's see, and that'll be from, let's write our limits here, -6 root 3 to +6 root 3. Let's clean that up a little bit. So 144 divided by 6 is 24. So we have 24 inverse tangent of x over 6 minus x from -6 root 3 to 6 root 3. Okay, let's plug that in. So the top limit, 6 root 3, let's get to 24, yeah, we'll just leave it there. So 24, and then tangent inverse of 6 root 3 over 6 minus 6 root 3. Okay, that's the upper one. It's the upper limit. And now let's do the lower limit, which is the same except it's -6 root 3. So 24 tangent inverse of -6 root 3 over 6 minus 6 root 3. Okay, so you can see that the 6's cancel inside there. It leaves a root 3 inside here and a negative root 3 over here in the second one. So what is tangent inverse of root 3? Well, you could use a unit circle to figure that out if you want, but the answer is going to be pi over 3 because at pi over 3, if you reduce the values of sine over cosine at pi over 3, you will get root 3. So tangent of pi over 3, and let me write this, tangent of pi over 3 is equal to root 3. So inverse tangent of root 3 is equal to this. Okay, so likewise, we have over here, let's see, it's a negative inside. So when you take an inverse tangent, you remember inverse tangent only exists from negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2. Okay, so we actually have to go down on the unit circle if you're looking down into the fourth quadrant. So it would be tangent of negative pi over 3 is equal to negative root 3. Okay, so these two answers here, this one is pi over 3 and this one is negative pi over 3. So we get 24 pi over 3 minus 6 root 3 minus, I'm not going to take care of that negative sign quite yet, I'll do that on the next step, minus 24 times, let's see, that's a negative pi over 3, so negative 24 pi over 3 minus 6 root 3. Okay, so now we can distribute the negative sign. If we distribute, look at these, they're both negative here. It feels like maybe they should not have both been negative there. Yes. Okay, slight mistake. Right here, when I was plugging in the negative x, I plugged in a negative 6 root 3, but I didn't add on the extra negative. So it's minus a negative right there, which is actually a positive. So this is actually positive, excuse me, because minus a negative is a positive. Okay, but then we distribute the negative sign over here and it becomes negative. Okay, so these two terms do not cancel out. Distribute that and you add them. Okay, and these two terms do not cancel out because when you distribute the negative, this becomes positive as well. So you end up getting 48 pi over 3 minus, let's see, 12 root 3. We don't want to leave it as 48 over 3. That can be reduced. Looks like 16 pi minus 12 root 3.